So, we're gonna make Colonel Sanders waffles, but
Flat
flat
waffles.
waffles because my waffle iron is broken. Today we're gonna make a half recipe, but we're going off of their full recipe. So, if you want to make it at home, use the full recipe. 2 cups of flour.
And I'm Vonda.
This is Vonda, my mother-in-law.
Yes.
1.5 cups vegetable shortening. 1 teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of baking powder. A tablespoon of cornmeal. 1 3/4 cups of buttermilk. And 2 large eggs. So you mix your dry ingredients together. We'll go ahead and do that now.
Okay, so what do we need?
We need to mix. Do you have a mixing utensil?
Yes.
What is it? Is it your hands?
It's a spoon.
Is it dry?
Yes.
You have to mix the dry ingredients.
It's very dry.
All right, perfect. This is dry.
Okay,
All
what
right.
is that?
That is the cornmeal.
Okay, so how much baking soda do you
Baking
need?
soda. We need 1 teaspoon. So if we're doing half a recipe,
Half a
half a
teaspoon.
teaspoon.
Woo. Okay.
All right, and then half a teaspoon of
Baking powder. Okie dokie.
and half a teaspoon of salt.
Okay. Looks about right.
Seems good to me. It's fine. Gordon Ramsay won't be watching this. And so first mix all those together.
Okie doke.
Great mixing. Very high quality. Have you done this before?
Yes, I have. All the time. I mix every single day. Oops.
It shows. All right, and then once the dry ingredients are mixed,
Okay.
you're gonna mix in the shortening.
Shortening. Ew. That looks healthy.
I don't think there's anything more healthy actually than shortening.
It kind of looks really creamy. You want to taste it?
I don't.
Okay. I gotta mix this in.
Yeah, you mix that in like a pie crust.
Like a pie
is
crust.
what the recipe
Oh,
said.
I think I'm
So,
supposed to cut it with a knife then.
yeah, I don't know. I've never made a pie crust.
Yeah, if it's anything like, well, I've made apple crumb pie and.
These older recipes just assume that you've made a pie before for some reason.
Right. And here we go. Yep, this is looking good. It's looking just like a pie crust.
Is it?
Yeah, sure is.
I wouldn't know.
Okay. What are we gonna add after this?
And then after that's mixed in, we add in our egg and milk.
You gonna crack the egg?
I will. Should I crack the egg into this cup and then I'll pour it in there? Will an egg fit in here?
You're supposed to
I'm
crack
gonna
it in the
find
cup because to see if it's a bloody egg, but I like to take my chances.
Well,
I don't like to put it in there. I just would rather take the chances
alright.
and see. I mean, if we get a bloody egg, it's actually good luck.
I don't have a problem with bloody eggs. Let me
Yeah.
move popping fresh here.
Okay. We're adding the milk too.
Yep,
This is buttermilk.
it is.
Smells like butt. Okay.
Do you need a better mixing utensil, or we're just gonna do this all by spoon?
We're gonna do it by spoon
I have
because
egg on
this
my
is like a
hands.
depression. Well, this is an older recipe, right?
It's a very old recipe.
didn't
This is
use-
actually Colonel Sanders'
There we
recipe.
go. Well, you
and,
know, they don't use a lot of mixers back then.
we're gonna find out if this is why he never offered waffles at KFC.
Oh no. You think this would be good with a little bit of honey in it?
Probably. Should we add some honey?
Let's add a little bit just for.
We might as well add some honey. There's no reason not to.
What about raisins? Do you have raisins?
I don't.
Okay. This is how like those older ladies used to sit there and like be able to beat stuff.
Like their children?
I think they got the practice from their children. Oh my goodness, this smells like waffle batter. Do you know that?
Well, that's good. That's good.
Kind of smells like biscuits. Smell it. What? Close your eyes. Don't think of anything. I want you to think of pizza. Now, what does this smell like?
Kind of smells like a pet store.
Let me see.
Like, think of a pet store while you sniff that.
It's kind of like the cedar at the very bottom when it gets like really wet with pee.
That's probably what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. A little bit of honey.
What's a little bit?
What's that?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not good at doing things in moderation.
You can always add more, but you can't take it away. Okay. What do you think? You're probably not supposed to overbeat this like I just did, but.
Well, I mean,
I didn't beat your wife
That's
when
good.
she was growing up, so I gotta take it out on these things. Look, shortening.
well, that was supposed to be mixed in.
That's gonna be an extra fatty piece, so it'll be
a
delish.
very good piece.
Okay.
So now
What?
we need to cook it.
Okay.
So,
You have food coloring?
no,
What can we use to make this brown?
I don't think we.
Well, in the olden days, what did they use for food coloring?
I don't think they colored their food.
They did.
They were
because
depressed.
But they would just boil cabbage,
Yeah.
and they used everything. So that's how they would get a natural tie-dye for their clothes.
That's a really fun fact. Thank you. I didn't know I was going to learn something today.
So I think you could use that natural dye inside here.
Yeah.
And you know how you mix all colors together and they're purple?
Yes.
But if you do that with food coloring, it ends up like brownie black.
I didn't know that if you mix.
I learned that in 7th grade home ec.
I feel like everything when you mix it all together, it's brown.
Yeah, it was like brown black. It was supposed to be purple, but it was brown black. I don't remember what we were making. I think it might have been like hardtack candy or something like that. Oh well. These are going to be really tan. But these are going to be brown anyway.
I would. They should brown up, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put them on and just let them start to cook. What do you say?
How do we know when to flip them? Since it's a waffle mix.
Well, you learn something new. You don't know unless you try. Here,
Are we supposed to grease the pan?
No, this pan you don't have to grease.
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna shape you're gonna shape it like a chicken leg, okay?
That's.
Here. Do you want a chicken leg?
Sure.
Does that look like a chicken leg?
It looks.
Okay. What about yeah. What about a chicken head? Hey, that looks like a chicken leg.
Hey, that one's not bad.
Hold on, I gotta add a little more. Now we're gonna have to turn this down. We're gonna have to turn this sucker down. Let's go with 300 because these are thicker than pancakes. Okay, this is the fat thigh.
Okay.
No offense to anyone with fat thighs. I'm sitting down so no one knows if I do or not.
I have fat thighs.
I have no comment from me.
I'm a regular.
Okay, this is turning brown.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a spatula?
That would help, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Oh, you
I'm
know
kidding.
what? These aren't going to be
have
flat
spatulas.
waffles.
Well, they won't.
These are going to be like chicken leg.
Did
Drummy
you know?
drummy waffles.
Did you know that they won't be waffles at all because the waffle iron's broken?
Okay, but they're still the waffle mix, so
Alright.
I think like a drummy
So
waffle.
we can still call them like. What's the legality here? Can we call them waffles?
We can call them what we want because I technically used the wrong measurement of the baking powder and baking soda because I couldn't see it.
That's fine.
So we changed the recipe, so legally it's ours. This is ours.
Great. We just made up a recipe.
Yeah.
I'll grab you a
Okay.
spatula.
Okay, almost got it. I need a leg on this. These look like legs. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Wow. Am I an artist? You know those people like on TV and they're usually in the movies and they're like this fancy artist and you're like, what did they just make? Because that sucker is ugly. Well, this is it. Only it's beautiful. Okay, I think we gotta start flipping this chicken. Okay, here's the chicken leg waffles. Colonel Sanders chicken leg waffles. All right.
I didn't know what type of spatula you liked.
That feels good. Okay, get ready. Oh, it's brown like a chicken.
Here, let me flip one.
Flippy, flippy. This is gonna be hard. Oops. That's a heart.
Like a chicken heart? Or...
Oh.
Oh.
It's fixed. Okay, skid over. It's very hard to flip at head level. I'm not used to flipping at head level. My stove comes about to my waist. But you know what? When you cook chicken inside one of those fryer things,
Yeah.
you know, like my grandmother used to do, and you just kind of put the lid on that electric fryer. This is what it does. It just goes everywhere. Okay, let's clean this off. And we ought to turn this down. And we got to smash.
Here, I'll smash this one.
We got to smash them. Oops. Come here, little guy.
I think you just have to let those, they want to be together, just let them become one.
They're Siamese chicken legs. It was deformed. Like those. It's a snowman.
Wow.
Look, snowman.
I love snowmen.
Okay, so in the winter, you can easily make these into snowmen.
It is a great winter recipe.
And then you can put little candy eyeballs on them, and the kids are going to love them.
We're going to be honest, every recipe is actually a great winter recipe.
Oh, man.
There's never been anything that I've been like, you know what, it's too cold out for me to eat that.
And normally you don't have to flip them as much, but with these being thick like waffles, I mean, you got to squish and pat and squish and pat and flip constantly. Ooh. Okay. These are going to be good. You know, these are so thick, and see how they start to come apart?
Yeah.
So you could actually, while they were coming apart, like peel the top part back and put like a piece of bacon in them. Or just crumble up bacon. If you like to mix your food. I don't. I'd much rather eat my bacon separately.
Could you peel them apart and then at that point squirt like syrup inside of them and then close them so the syrup's on the inside?
Get some syrup. Let's try it on one.
Okay.
Okay.
Get one apart.
Okay. This one is, I think, yeah, this one's more doable.
Alright,
Okay.
so for
We're
syrup,
doing surgery.
I have both Fruity Pebbles or Captain Crunch.
Let's do red because it's like blood inside this chicken leg or whatever.
Alright.
Okay, so now we're making Colonel Sanders bloody chicken legs.
I broke it.
Here, let me hold it up for you.
Just put some in that pocket.
Okay, there we go.
Is that good? I touched the pan. It was very hot.
Okay.
I'm going to have this really cool blister later. I'm super excited for that.
Oops. Well, there's some on here. Okay, so how are these turning out? I think they're looking pretty good. They're getting the color of chicken like we want.
My finger really hurts. A lot.
Would you like to put a Would you like to put a cold compression on it?
I don't. It's.
Do you have anything to put on it?
How does it keep getting hotter though?
Put a little like witch hazel on it and aloe.
So I'm gonna just put an ice pack against it.
No, don't do ice. That's too cold. Just use cold water.
All right.
Ice will damage the tissue. Okay, these are done. We need a plate.
And administering first aid to myself.
First aid can wait. When we got chicken waffles.
Oh my gosh. It's like chicken and waffles, but
Okay,
all in
so
one.
here it is. Beautiful. A paper plate. You're so fancy. You peasant people. This looks like Colonel Sanders.
It does.
I mean, if he ate a lot of chicken.
Yes.
Okay, maybe not.
I don't know.
What does this one look like? This is the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Oh,
So cute.
adorable.
Okay. This is the famous Colonel Sanders. Whoops! This is the famous Colonel Sanders chicken leg waffle.
These actually smell really good.
Okay. So
I'm
these two
surprised.
came out perfect. This one came out especially perfect. It's like a chicken leg. And then this one is a fruit filling. If you want to be fancy and you don't care if they look like chicken legs, this would be more like a breast.
Yeah.
Filled with the good stuff.
All right,
Okay.
let's turn that off and
Now what?
now we need. I'll get.
Are you scared
we'll
of
get this
this?
out of the. It just hurts really bad.
Okay. We need to try these waffles.
Yeah.
Ching ching!
You want to eat this one?
I want the
and
chicken
one
leg.
one of the.
Like the chicken
one
leg.
of the nice
I don't
ones.
really eat with anything. I just like to eat with my fingers. Okay. Where's the syrup?
Oh, you want normal syrup?
I gotta eat blue flavored syrup.
Yeah, it tastes just like.
Okay. Typically, I eat my syrup warmed up, and I don't like the butter flavor. So
Well, that
this
doesn't
is
taste like butter.
this is how I eat mine.
I'm gonna actually try a bite of this before without the syrup.
I put the syrup on the side, and I don't take a lot because I don't like sweets for breakfast. And it's so sticky. You know, I doubt they had syrup like this. They used to make syrup with corn syrup. Corn syrup.
Did they? They used to use syrup to make syrup.
Yes, okay. So this is my chicken leg. Let's see.
Let's try it with the syrup. They actually do break in half still, so you can have multiple.
It's pretty good. It tastes like Colonel Sanders because you can taste the cornmeal in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost like a cornbread waffle.
Yeah.
So it's not as sweet as regular waffles, and then you add this to make it sweet. Okay. On a scale of like 1 to 5 stars, what do you rate this recipe?
I'd give it a solid 3.5, maybe 3 because I burnt my finger. And I know it's not the recipe's fault.
You're so salty. Here.
Come over here, Mr. Salt.
You're
Join
so
me.
salty. Okay.
What do you rate it?
I mean, for chicken, for like chicken waffles, I'd probably rate it a 3.5. But if I had to do overall for waffles in general, probably a 2, unless I was like really hungry, and then probably a 3
Do you like Fruity Pebbles?
with marshmallows in them and butter.
Try the Fruity Pebble syrup. Just try it.
Oh, it's so thick.
It's surprising how much it
Tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
like, but it tastes just like Fruity Pebbles.
Ew, how does it taste like fruit? That scares me about Fruity Pebbles. Okay. Ew.
I don't go with Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do it. Okay, I'm
Alright.
good. Hold this so you can dip it. Lean way over. You don't want to get it on your shirt. How is it, Usher?
Good.
So good?
Yeah.
Do you give it 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, or the best, which is 5 stars?
4 stars.
4 stars?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Wow.
Boy, you are a really good critic.